Could you touch that what an oracle is and why it's so important?
Yeah. So an oracle in its, I think, traditional definition is a service which provides data which is not existent on that blockchain. So why do we have oracles? Blockchains are not able themselves to ingest data from, let's say, another blockchain from the outside world. There's a service needed which provides the data. And I mean, for an oracle, it's important that these oracles can ensure that they are built in a way that they'll provide that data without being the oracle or the group of people setting up that oracle can manipulate that data, or let's say the incentives are very low, nor somebody else. So I think this is something important for an oracle. But why do we have it? Because blockchain applications, and I guess the easiest example is Ethereum. There are a lot of decentralized applications. The far majority of them require an oracle to ingest the price to execute whatever product they have. So that's the reason for oracles being needed. Maybe to come back to your initial question and remark on, hey, there's a Binance USD price, and that's just one. It's just one price point. So Binance has order books with price points which are being executed upon on. There are other exchanges. Price points differ among these exchanges for good reasons, for bad reasons. But we take the approach that we don't judge the source where we get the pricing information from. So we are sourcing pricing information from different exchanges as well as on-chain data. And then there's all this pricing information we are getting on a trade level, really. And what do we do now for an application so we can say, hey, this is a trustworthy price? So first of all, it really depends what you need. So maybe you're building an application which just executes on-chain with certain DEXs. Maybe for this reason, you just want to include certain price points, maybe just the DEX price points. Maybe you're using very illiquid pairs, you want to have some centralized exchange price points also use just to mitigate flash loan attacks. Happy to expand on those later. So there are different requirements from applications, what price point they actually want. So we have a lot of standard methodologies we believe are covering a pretty broad range of how you would want a price point, but there are also dedicated ones. We're happy, and we have different applications where we provide tailor-made methodologies to either mitigate attack vectors or just to be very close to their actual execution price. So again, maybe a comment on, do we ensure that data is correct or not? No, because there is no right or wrong data. It's just data we're getting from certain sources. And then what we do is we're ingesting that data into our off-chain database. So this kind of sounds counterintuitive to everybody who says everything should be on-chain. It's just something you need to look at it from an efficiency point. It's just not something possible if you're aggregating a lot of data and then you're doing a compute. So what we're doing is we are cleansing this with methodologies to take out outliers or if data is completely off in a certain range over time. So there are different methodologies of how we are sanitizing that data, and it's very transparent. We're basically clearly stating how this methodology is being executed. So we get stuff at a trade level, doing a computation, and this provides then a price point. The computation we're doing off-chain, we're doing this in a way that it can't be tampered with through confidential computing. And then we're providing it either through an API, because sometimes that's a very efficient way. If you have a front end and you just want to display a price, no need of an oracle, right? Oracles cost money to always ask that price. So either through an API, or we're providing that information on different L1s and L2s. So Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Polkadot, Polygon, Moonbeam, a bunch of others upcoming, probably also a couple I'm missing here, but really pushing this to different ecosystems. So for us, key is just to say data is not right or wrong how we get it, it's just a data set. And then there are ways of how you can sanitize that data to come up with something which is meaningful and right for your application.